Hello, night travelers. Welcome back to our quiet corner at the Night Observer, a place where weary minds come to rest, where comfort is found in stillness, and where drifting thoughts gently wander into the vast, mysterious universe. Tonight I have lit a small fire in our shared imagination. Once more, we gather around its warmth, listening to the slow, graceful dance of planets and stars. I invite you on a special journey, not aboard a roaring spacecraft, but through the calm eyes of reason and the reflective depths of the soul. We will travel back to the dawn of human awareness, to hear the distant echoes of vanished civilizations and meet the celestial presence they revered as the supreme ruler of the sky, Jupiter. Settle into a comfortable position on your bed. Let your shoulders soften completely. Feel warmth spreading gently from your chest to your fingertips. Take a deep, unhurried breath and release it slowly, letting the weight of the day fade away. Tonight, we are not concerned with dry calculations or cold figures, but with a long story of watching, wondering, and enduring reverence. First gazes into the void. Night travelers, imagine yourself standing on a vast Mesopotamian plain thousands of years ago, long before electric lights dimmed the splendor of the night sky. In that ancient darkness, the universe was not a place of equations or invisible forces, but a sacred stage for the gods themselves. Among the countless shimmering lights above, one presence stood apart, a steady golden white star, bright, commanding, and unmistakably alive with motion. This was Jupiter, the fourth brightest natural object in the sky after the Sun, the Moon, and Venus. Because of this brilliance, it has held humanity's gaze since prehistory. To our ancestors, Jupiter's movement was not mere physics. It was a language of signs, believed to shape the fate of kings and nations. Arthur C. Clarke once observed that whether we are alone or not in the universe is equally unsettling, and that our search among the stars is ultimately a search for ourselves. For the ancient world, Jupiter served as a mirror, reflecting humanity's longing for order, power, and meaning. Echoes from Babylon, the god Marduk. The first systematic watchers of Jupiter were the Babylonian astrologers of the 7th and 8th centuries BC, the great sentinels of antiquity. Night after night, they carefully carved the movements of the heavens onto clay tablets, preserving the sky in baked earth. To the Babylonians, Jupiter was not simply a wandering star. It was Marduk, the supreme god who defeated the primordial dragon Tiamat and brought order out of chaos. They discovered that Jupiter required roughly 12 years to complete its slow passage through the sky, crossing the familiar zodiac constellations. From this patient observation arose the 12-part zodiac itself. More remarkably still, modern scholars have found that these ancient astronomers used sophisticated geometric methods, such as trapezoidal calculations, to predict Jupiter's position as early as 50 BC. Long before Newton, they were measuring the universe with mathematics. Texts like Mul Apin recorded omens tied to Jupiter's brightness, linking its appearance to abundant harvests and earthly prosperity. To the Mesopotamians, Jupiter was the unseen conductor guiding the rhythm of life below. Suisheng, the year star of the east. Leaving the sands of Mesopotamia, let us drift eastward beneath the same stars. In ancient China, Jupiter was honored as Suisheng, the year star. Chinese astronomers recognized a profound pattern. Jupiter completes its circuit in roughly 12 years, appearing each year in a new region of the sky. From this rhythm arose the system of the 12 earthly branches, forming the backbone of the traditional calendar and the familiar cycle of 12 animals. Even the Chinese word for year, sui, traces its origin to Jupiter's measured journey across the heavens. There is also a remarkable possibility preserved in historical accounts. The scholar Shi Zizong noted that in 364 BC, the astronomer Gan De described a small star close to Jupiter. If accurate, this may have been a naked-eye observation of one of Jupiter's moons, nearly 2,000 years before Galileo. Such accounts remind us how keen human vision once was beneath truly dark skies. In Chinese philosophy, Jupiter is also known as Muxiang, the wood star, symbolizing growth, renewal, and the energy of spring. From Zeus to Jupiter, father of the sky. The name most familiar to us tonight comes from the long cultural dialogue between Greece and Rome. The Greeks first called this planet Phaethon, the Shining One, but gradually associated it with Zeus, ruler of Olympus and master of thunder and sky. When Rome inherited Greek thought, Zeus became Jupiter. The name itself comes from the ancient Indo-European Dieu Peter, Sky Father. Jupiter embodied justice, authority, and divine protection. His influence still echoes in our language. Medieval astrologers believed Jupiter bestowed joy and generosity, giving us the word jovial, derived from Jove, an ancient name for the planet. Guru, the teacher of the gods. In the wisdom traditions of India, Jupiter holds a gentler, more reflective role. Known as Brihaspati, or simply Guru, it represents the teacher, the bearer of light and knowledge. Here, Jupiter is not a conqueror, but a guide, a silent instructor offering insight, wisdom, and spiritual growth. As you imagine Jupiter glowing softly in the night sky, you may see it not as a ruler, but as a patient teacher, guarding the deep secrets of our solar family. The revolution of vision. When Galileo opened the sky. Breathe slowly now, evenly, as we arrive at a moment that forever altered humanity's place in the cosmos. The year 1610. For centuries, people had accepted Aristotle's comforting illusion that Earth sat immobile at the center of all things. Then, on a cold winter night in Padua, Galileo Galilei lifted his modest telescope toward Jupiter. What he saw shattered an ancient belief. Beside the planet appeared 4 tiny points of light, aligned like pearls on a thread. Night after night, their positions shifted. These were not distant stars. They were moons, circling Jupiter itself. With this simple observation, the geocentric universe quietly collapsed. The cosmos no longer revolved solely around us. Though Simon Marius later named these moons Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, it was Galileo who used Jupiter as the key to unlock a far larger reality. In that moment, humanity became physically smaller than ever before, yet intellectually greater. Our insignificance was revealed, but so was the extraordinary reach of the human mind. Consciousness had taken its first true step beyond Earth, guided by the steady light of Jupiter, from cloud bands to the Great Red Spot. As telescopes grew ever more refined, the face of the King of Planets slowly revealed itself. In the autumn of 1639, the optician Francesco Fontana was the first to notice the delicate cloud bands encircling Jupiter's vast atmosphere, subtle brushstrokes on a giant distant canvas. By the 1660s, Giovanni Cassini, peering through a more powerful telescope, began to study the markings on Jupiter's surface. From these observations, he reached a quiet but profound realization. Jupiter was not a perfect sphere. It bulged slightly at the equator, flattened at the poles, shaped by an extraordinarily rapid rotation. Cassini also discovered something even more surprising, that Jupiter's atmosphere does not move as a single body. Different regions rotate at different speeds, a phenomenon we now call non-uniform rotation. And then, night travelers, there is the Great Red Spot, the eternal eye of the giant. Whether it was first seen by Robert Hooke in 1664 or by Cassini a year later remains a matter of debate. What is beyond dispute is its grandeur. Imagine a storm larger than our entire Earth, raging without pause for more than 3 centuries. Early records suggest that this vast vortex was once twice its current size, a quiet reminder that even a king among planets is subject to the slow passage of time and change. Night travelers, you have witnessed how naked-eye observations, ancient myths, and human pride gradually gave way to humility before the immensity of the cosmos. Whether we call it Marduk, Suixang, Zeus, or Jupiter, that presence remains, silent, patient, and enduring. With its immense gravity, Jupiter stands as a guardian at the gate of the solar system, deflecting countless asteroids that might otherwise threaten Earth, granting life the time it needed to take root and evolve. Until you found yourself here tonight, listening. Night travelers, I now invite you to journey even farther back in time, back to the earliest moments of the solar system itself, to witness the rise of the king, Jupiter. This is not merely the story of a planet, but an epic of formation, a tale of forces that shape the destiny of us all. Settle into a comfortable position on your soft bed. Let your shoulders fully relax. Feel a gentle warmth spreading from your chest to your fingertips. Breathe in slowly, welcoming calm, and exhale, releasing the weight of the day, the ancestral cloud, and the great collapse. Our story begins long before Earth ever drew its first breath, some 4.6 billion years ago. At that time, the solar system did not yet exist. There was only a cold, silent region of space, the protosolar nebula, a colossal cloud of gas and dust, stretching tens of light years across, composed mostly of hydrogen, helium, and faint traces of stardust from long-dead stars. Then, without warning, a shock wave from a nearby supernova disturbed this fragile stillness. The cloud began to collapse under its own gravity. As it did, the law of conservation of angular momentum took hold, causing the cloud to spin faster and flatten into a vast, rotating disk. At its center, most of the material gathered to form the Sun, which would ultimately contain 99.86% of the system's total mass. While the Sun was preparing to ignite its first nuclear fire, another presence was quietly forming in the cold outer reaches, a future giant, still unseen. The firstborn of the solar system. Jupiter is believed to be the oldest planet in our cosmic family. It formed just 1 million years after the Sun, nearly 50 million years before Earth came into being. Its enormous size can be traced to a crucial location known as the frost line, an invisible boundary roughly 5 astronomical units from the Sun. Inside this line, temperatures were too high for water and volatile gases to condense. Beyond it, where Jupiter was born, water could freeze into solid ice. Ice, far more abundant than rock or metal, provided an extraordinary supply of building material. Fueled by this abundance, Jupiter's core grew at a staggering pace. In only a million years, it reached 10 to 20 times the mass of Earth. At that moment, a dramatic transition occurred. Jupiter entered a phase of runaway gas accretion. Its gravity became so powerful that it began drawing in vast quantities of hydrogen and helium from the surrounding disk, growing faster than the solar wind could disperse the gas. The result was a giant, 318 times the mass of Earth. The formula of a king. Dear traveler, allow your thoughts to rest on the substance of this immense world. Jupiter is not a solid realm of stone, but a planet of extraordinary gases and fluids. Its chemical composition is closer to that of the Sun than any other planet. By mass, it consists of roughly 76% hydrogen and 24% helium, with the upper atmosphere containing nearly 90% hydrogen by volume. Yet this is no simple composition. Jupiter also carries subtle traces of carbon, oxygen, sulfur, and neon, compounds such as ammonia, methane, hydrogen sulfide, and water vapor, ammonia ice crystals that form its luminous white cloud bands, and mysterious chromophores, coloring agents that, under ultraviolet sunlight, tint its storms and clouds with shades of red. So rich is its hydrogen supply that Jupiter is often called a failed star. Had it gathered 75 to 80 times more mass, the pressure in its core would have been sufficient to ignite nuclear fusion, turning it into a second sun. The faint heart and the metallic ocean. Now, take another slow breath and descend beneath those swirling clouds. As we move deeper into Jupiter, pressure and temperature rise beyond ordinary imagination. At roughly 1/3 of the planet's radius, hydrogen is compressed so intensely that it becomes liquid metallic hydrogen, a strange conductive state of matter that behaves like an ocean of flowing metal. From this hidden layer emerges the most powerful magnetic field in the solar system. At the very center lies Jupiter's core, a mystery recently illuminated by the Juno spacecraft. Rather than a compact, solid heart, Jupiter appears to possess a diffuse or fuzzy core. Rock, metal, and ice are not confined to a single center, but dissolved and mixed throughout the surrounding metallic hydrogen, extending across nearly half the planet's radius. Scientists believe this structure may be the scar of an ancient catastrophe, a colossal collision, billions of years ago, with a protoplanet perhaps 10 times the mass of Earth, shattering Jupiter's early core and reshaping its interior forever. The violent conductor. Jupiter's immense mass made it not just a planet, but an architect of the solar system. In its youth, it embarked on a dramatic migration known as the Grand Tack. It first moved inward toward the sun, sweeping up rocky material like a cosmic plow. This journey limited the growth of Mars, leaving it only a fraction of Earth's size, and prevented the formation of large super-Earths close to the sun. Later, the growing influence of Saturn pulled Jupiter back outward to its present orbit. Along the way, Jupiter scattered water-rich asteroids toward the inner solar system, perhaps delivering the water that would one day make life on Earth possible. And so, night travelers, you have seen how this giant was born of ice, fire, and violent collisions. Though distant and immense, Jupiter has always been our quiet guardian, using its gravity to shield Earth's fragile cradle for billions of years. Now, allow your body to fully relax. Let your eyelids grow heavy. Drift gently into sleep, carried by the slow, shimmering ribbons of the Milky Way. The appearance of a monarch, Jupiter's atmosphere and cloud layers. Welcome, dear night travelers, to our quiet presentation on the appearance of a monarch. Jupiter's atmosphere and cloud layers. Let your breathing become light and steady, moving gently in harmony with the slow, eternal rhythm of space. As you lift your gaze toward the velvet black sky, Jupiter reveals itself as a brilliant white point of light, the fourth brightest natural object visible from Earth, after the Sun, the Moon, and Venus. From afar, it seems wrapped in elegant streaks of color and graceful, swirling patterns. Yet this splendid display is only the thinnest veil, a delicate skin draped over an immeasurable abyss of gas. Jupiter's atmosphere is not still, nor passive. It is a vast, living machine, a layered and dynamic system, intimately connected to the planet's deepest interior. To truly understand its appearance, we must begin with the most fundamental elements from which this majestic atmosphere is formed. Jupiter's atmosphere is a chemical symphony. By mass, it is composed of roughly 76% hydrogen and 24% helium, a composition strikingly similar to that of the early Sun and the ancient pre-solar nebula. In the upper atmosphere, hydrogen molecules account for nearly 90% by volume, with helium making up most of the remainder. Yet this symphony is far from monotonous. Woven into it are subtle but influential traces of methane, ammonia, water vapor, and hydrogen sulfide. Though present only in small quantities, these compounds are the master painters of Jupiter's face. The warm shades of orange, brown, and red arise from a quiet cosmic chemistry. Complex molecules known as chromophores well up from the depths below and, when bathed in the sun's ultraviolet light, darken and transform, lending the planet its distinctive hues. Now, imagine yourself gliding slowly above endless cloudscapes. Jupiter's surface is defined by long parallel bands stretching around the planet. The lighter bands are known as zones, while the darker ones are called belts. Their contrasting colors tell a story of motion and temperature deep within the atmosphere. In the zones, warmer gases rise from below, carrying ammonia that freezes into bright crystals as it cools. These clouds reflect sunlight strongly, giving the zones their luminous, pale appearance. In the belts, cooler gases sink downward, revealing deeper, hotter layers rich in darker compounds. Where these rising and sinking currents meet, turbulence is born. Regions where countless small storms continuously form and fade. And now, night travelers, let your thoughts descend further beneath this visible veil. Modern science, guided by messengers such as the Juno spacecraft, has revealed that Jupiter's cloud system is arranged in at least 3 major layers. The uppermost layer is the realm of frozen ammonia crystals, the clouds we see most clearly from afar. Beneath it, tens of kilometers deeper, lies a layer of ammonium hydrosulfide, a complex substance tinged with yellow and brown hues. Deeper still is the most influential layer of all, a vast region of ice and liquid water. This water layer is astonishing in scale. It may contain hundreds of times more water than all the oceans on Earth combined, hidden far below Jupiter's visible surface. It is here that a strange and unexpected phenomenon arises, what scientists call shallow lightning. Unlike lightning on Earth, these electrical flashes originate from clouds of mixed water and ammonia located much higher than earlier theories predicted. In these violent storms, ammonia acts as a natural antifreeze, allowing water to remain liquid despite the intense cold. From this process emerge peculiar hailstones known as mushballs, sticky mixtures of water and ammonia wrapped in ice. As they fall, they transport matter and energy between atmospheric layers, quietly regulating the distribution of ammonia in a continuous cycle of balance. Another defining feature of Jupiter's appearance is its astonishing speed. Despite its immense size, Jupiter completes a full rotation in less than 10 hours, making it the fastest rotating planet in the solar system. This rapid spin generates immense centrifugal force, flattening the planet at its poles and causing its equator to bulge outward by about 6.5%. This frenetic rotation drives jet streams that race through the atmosphere at speeds approaching 640 kilometers per hour. Once believed to exist only near the surface, these winds have now been shown by Juno to extend astonishingly deep, up to 3,000 kilometers beneath the clouds. What we see then is not superficial decoration, but an outward expression of the planet's deep internal structure, where gas gradually transitions into a dense, fluid ocean under enormous pressure. If we travel toward Jupiter's poles, the scene changes dramatically. The orderly bands of the equator give way to something far more chaotic and awe-inspiring. At the North Pole, 8 massive storms circle a central vortex, forming an almost perfect octagon. At the South Pole, a similarly majestic arrangement appears, shaped like a pentagon or hexagon. These vast storm systems remain stable, never merging, a behavior unlike anything observed in Earth's atmosphere. Above them, the polar skies blaze with powerful, unceasing auroras, the strongest in the solar system. Fueled by charged particles trapped within Jupiter's colossal magnetic field, many originating from the volcanic emissions of the moon Io, these auroras glow across wavelengths, invisible to human eyes, crowning the planet in silent fire. Jupiter's appearance also conceals a deeper energetic secret. This monarch radiates about 1.6 times more heat than it receives from the sun. That energy is the lingering warmth of its birth, the slow gravitational contraction that began more than 4.6 billion years ago. This internal heat drives vigorous convection, lifting gases upward and sustaining the ever-changing cloud layers we observe. Jupiter's atmosphere is not merely a shell, but a vast system for transporting energy, releasing heat from its hidden metallic depths into the cold of space. Tonight, you have seen an atmosphere that is not simply air, but a living structure. Layers of clouds stacked like pages of an ancient history. You have learned that its beauty is forged from primordial hydrogen, colored by ultraviolet light, and stabilized by an immense gravitational embrace. Though Jupiter may seem distant and severe, it remains a silent guardian, its great mass helping to preserve the fragile peace of Earth. Now, let thoughts of swirling clouds, mushballs, and shimmering auroras dissolve gently into the mist of dreams. Space is our vast home, and Earth is the warm, quiet room that shelters you tonight. Everything moves in a grand, patient rhythm, and so do you. Let your heart beat slow, aligning itself with the deep music of the stars. Completely relax your body. Let your eyelids grow heavy, and drift into the most peaceful sleep, wrapped in the silken ribbons of the Milky Way. The universe was born from a profound silence, and tonight, it watches over your rest with infinite calm. Night travelers, find a comfortable position on your soft bed. Let your shoulders release all tension and feel a gentle warmth spreading from your chest down to your fingertips. Take a slow, deep breath, filling your lungs with calm. Then exhale unhurriedly, allowing the weight of the waking world to drift away. Tonight, instead of surveying the vast kingdom of Jupiter, we will focus our entire attention on a single marvel, an enduring symbol of power and mystery, the great red spot, the giant's fiery eye. Imagine yourself drifting aboard a vessel of thought, fully detached from the noise of human affairs, entering a realm where vision itself is humbled by a storm that has endured for centuries. The great red spot is not merely a marking on a planetary surface. It is the soul of Jupiter, the unmistakable signature that has made this planet one of the most iconic worlds in our solar system. The tale of this eternal eye begins in the 17th century, with humanity's first curious glances through primitive telescopes. Astronomers such as Robert Hooke in 1664 and Giovanni Cassini in 1665 recorded a strange blemish upon Jupiter's face. Yet history presents us with an intriguing silence. Between 1713 and 1831, no records mention its existence, despite telescopes capable of seeing it. This absence has led scientists to a compelling idea that the great red spot we see tonight may not be the same storm observed by Cassini, but a reborn successor, formed around 1830 from immense energy currents rising from Jupiter's depths. Now, dear traveler, allow your mind to grasp its true scale. The Great Red Spot is a colossal anticyclone, rotating counterclockwise with a period of about 6 days. At its peak in the late 19th century, it spanned nearly 41,000 kilometers, wide enough to contain 3 Earths side by side. Though it has since shrunk to just over 16,000 kilometers, it remains vast enough to engulf our entire world within its crimson embrace. As we drift through Jupiter's shimmering white ammonia clouds, the Great Red Spot rises before us like a radiant yet ominous crown. Its presence is striking not only because of its size, but also because it towers roughly 8 kilometers above the surrounding cloud tops. Thanks to the penetrating vision of the Juno spacecraft, we now know this is far more than a surface feature. It is like an open wound in the giant's atmosphere, plunging 300 to 500 kilometers downward, deeper than any ocean on Earth, into regions of crushing pressure where matter begins to behave in unfamiliar ways. What gives rise to this unforgettable red hue, etched into human memory across generations? Scientists believe it is the result of a quiet, natural alchemy. Chemical compounds such as ammonia and acetylene are carried upward from the depths, and when they reach high altitudes, they are transformed by ultraviolet light from the sun. This photochemical process creates chromophores, tinting the storm's heart a deep brick red, like a vast fog illuminated from within. The color is never fixed. It slowly shifts from bright orange to dark brown, as though the eye itself responds to the planet's internal rhythms. But where does such power come from in a cold region so far from the sun? Unlike storms on Earth, which are driven by solar heat, the Great Red Spot is sustained by Jupiter's own internal energy. The planet is slowly contracting, releasing heat from its metallic depths, about 1.6 times more energy than it receives from sunlight. This internal warmth fuels powerful convection, driving hot gases upward and creating a self-sustaining system. In this sense, the Great Red Spot acts as a vast pressure valve, helping Jupiter maintain balance within its immense atmosphere. Relax your body and imagine the winds within that eye. Along its outer edges, winds howl at speeds exceeding 700 kilometers per hour. Jupiter's rapid rotation, less than 10 hours for a full turn, generates powerful jet streams that trap the Great Red Spot between them, like a colossal bearing endlessly turning within the machinery of the sky. On Earth, storms fade within weeks, weakened by land and friction. On Jupiter, with no solid surface to restrain them, vortices can endure, merge, and grow ever stronger. And the Great Red Spot is not alone. In the late 20th century, astronomers witnessed the birth of a smaller companion known as Red Spot Jr., or Oval BA. It emerged when three long-lived white storms, dating back to the 1930s, collided and merged. Over time, it too turned red. Clear evidence that storms reaching sufficient height and strength are painted by sunlight. Its existence reminds us that Jupiter is a realm of constant transformation, where giants absorb smaller storms to sustain themselves. Your breathing is slow now, deep and steady. Feel the vast silence surrounding that eye. Though it rages with lightning far more powerful than anything on Earth, from millions of kilometers away, it appears calm, almost contemplative. Observations from the Hubble Space Telescope have revealed strange pulsations, as though the storm were a colossal bowl of gelatin, contracting and expanding in a cycle of about 90 days. The meaning of this rhythm remains one of Jupiter's enduring mysteries. Some fear that the Great Red Spot is fading as it continues to shrink year by year. Certain estimates suggest it may vanish within the next few decades. Yet newer studies offer a gentler possibility that this is merely another phase in a very long life, or a process of reorganization as Jupiter's internal energies shift. Whatever its ultimate fate, the Great Red Spot has already fulfilled its role as a beacon of knowledge, guiding explorers such as Voyager, Galileo, and Juno as they traced the origins of our solar system. Night travelers, tonight I invite you on a journey unlike any other. We will not skim across brilliant cloud tops, nor linger beneath painted storms. Instead, we descend, slowly, deliberately, into the darkest and most oppressive depths of the solar system. Together, we will pass through crushing layers of atmosphere to reach the true soul of the giant Jupiter, its metallic heart, and the enduring mystery of its core. Take a deep breath, filling your lungs with calm, and release it gently, allowing your thoughts to sink, as if drifting into the deep oceans of space. Prelude: the abyss beneath the clouds. Travelers, when we observe Jupiter through a telescope, we are greeted by beauty, vivid colors, elegant bands, and the eternal gaze of the Great Red Spot. Yet this splendor is only a fragile skin, stretched thin over a reality far stranger and far more severe. Imagine boarding a vessel built to withstand unimaginable forces and beginning your descent. The atmosphere of hydrogen and helium thickens gradually, turning from transparent gas into a dense, swirling chemical sea. Beneath the bright ammonia clouds, sunlight fades rapidly. Darkness takes over. Not a cold emptiness, but a realm of rising heat and suffocating pressure. Thousands of kilometers below the surface, the familiar rules of matter begin to fail. The boundary between gas and liquid dissolves. Hydrogen no longer drifts freely as molecules. It becomes a supercritical fluid, neither gas nor liquid, forming a vast global ocean that wraps the planet in silence and force. Here, temperatures rise steadily with every kilometer descended. Heat left over from Jupiter's birth remains trapped, slowly escaping through immense convective currents. You are approaching a region where matter itself is compelled to change its identity. The ocean of metallic hydrogen, the conductive heart. Dear night travelers, breathe gently as we descend to a depth of roughly 1/3 of Jupiter's radius. The pressure here exceeds 3 to 4 million times that of Earth's atmosphere. Temperatures climb into the tens of thousands of degrees Celsius. Within this extreme furnace, a remarkable transformation takes place. Hydrogen becomes a metal. Atoms are compressed so tightly that their electrons break free, moving openly between nuclei. Hydrogen no longer behaves as the lightest of gases. It becomes an immense ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen, conductive beyond copper or silver, flowing with relentless power. If human eyes could witness it, this realm would appear as a boundless sea of liquid metal, reflecting nothing yet carrying immense energy within its currents. On Earth, scientists at the National Ignition Facility in California have used the world's most powerful lasers, releasing hundreds of times the energy consumption of an entire nation, to create this state of matter for mere fractions of a second. Inside Jupiter, however, this metallic ocean stretches across tens of thousands of kilometers and makes up more than half the planet's mass. This is the greatest dynamo in the solar system. Here, colossal electrical currents generate a magnetic field nearly 20,000 times stronger than Earth's, forming a protective shield so vast it reaches nearly to Saturn's orbit, the Great Blue Spot, and the pulse of magnetism. Breathe slowly, steadily. This metallic heart is never still. Data from the Juno spacecraft has revealed a startling truth. Jupiter's magnetic field is changing over time, a process known as secular variation. Near the equator lies a powerful anomaly scientists call the Great Blue Spot. Not a visible storm, but a region of exceptionally intense magnetism. This magnetic feature drifts westward at approximately 2 degrees per year. Researchers believe it is evidence of enormous waves rippling deep within the ocean of metallic hydrogen. Jupiter, it seems, breathes magnetically. Streams of superheated metallic fluid rise from the depths, cool and sink again, sustaining an endless cycle of energy. This hidden motion fuels the planet's brilliant auroras and its relentless storms. When we listen to Jupiter's radio emissions, we are, in a sense, hearing the distant echoes of its beating heart. The mystery of the diffuse core. Now, night travelers, prepare for a revelation that reshaped our understanding of this giant world. Before Juno, scientists believed Jupiter possessed a small, solid core, dense rock and ice, roughly 10 times the mass of Earth, resting quietly at the center, like a stone at the bottom of a vast ocean. But Jupiter told a different story. Instead of a sharp boundary, Juno revealed a diffuse core. Heavy elements, rock, metal, and ice, are not confined to a single solid mass. They appear dissolved and mixed into the surrounding metallic hydrogen, spreading outward across nearly half the planet's radius. This core is not solid, but fuzzy, a vast, blended region of heavy material and supercritical hydrogen. It accounts for roughly 20% of Jupiter's total mass and extends some 35,000 kilometers from the center. The heart of the planet is not separate from its body. It is merging with it, slowly and continuously. Ancient scars from a titanic collision. Why would a solid core dissolve into such a form? The answer may lie in a moment of unimaginable violence at the dawn of the solar system. Travel back in your mind 4.5 billion years to a time when young planets roamed unstable orbits, colliding and reshaping one another. Simulations by scientists at Osaka University suggest that a protoplanet, nearly 10 times the mass of Earth, may have struck Jupiter directly. The impact would have been catastrophic. It would have pierced through Jupiter's gaseous envelope and shattered its solid core, releasing immense energy. Heavy elements were blasted outward, mixing irreversibly with the surrounding metallic hydrogen. The planet's interior was stirred on a planetary scale. The diffuse core we observe today is the fossilized scar of that ancient catastrophe. It speaks of a violent youth, reminding us that even the mightiest worlds were forged not only through slow accumulation, but through destruction. Without that collision, Jupiter might have become simpler, more uniform, less powerful. It is precisely this chaos that shaped the monarch we know today, a giant born of pressure, heat, and ancient scars, silently ruling the outer reaches of our solar system. Intrinsic energy and perpetual contraction. Dear traveler, even after billions of years, Jupiter has never truly cooled. The giant planet still radiates 1.6 times more heat than it receives from the sun. This vast reserve of energy does not come from nuclear fusion, as it does in stars, but from a far quieter yet relentless process, gravitational contraction, known as the Kelvin-Helmholtz mechanism. At this very moment, perhaps while you are asleep, Jupiter continues to shrink, ever so gently, by about 1 millimeter per year. The immense weight of its upper gas layers presses downward without pause, compressing hydrogen at the center and releasing tremendous heat from deep within its metallic heart. This hidden warmth drives jet streams that plunge nearly 3,000 kilometers into the planet and sustains eternal storms, including the Great Red Spot, swirling long before humanity learned to write. Jupiter is, in a sense, a colossal cosmic hand warmer, a silent furnace in the cold. Its internal heat warms icy moons such as Europa, nurturing conditions where life might one day arise in dark oceans beneath frozen shells. And as we reflect on this, we come to understand something humbling. Life on Earth itself may not have existed without the guidance and protection of this giant's immense gravity and its powerful metallic core. We have journeyed from brilliant orange cloud tops through shimmering oceans of metallic hydrogen, down to a faint core scarred by ancient history. And though we seem small upon our solitary, faint blue dot, that very smallness is a quiet testament to the grandeur of consciousness. With our intellect, we forged steel messengers like Juno. With mathematics, we learned to peer tens of thousands of kilometers into a distant world. And with our inner sense of wonder, we discovered beauty even in the depths of emptiness. Everything continues to move in its grand rhythm, and so do you. Let your heartbeat slow and merge with the distant symphony of the stars. Allow your body to soften, your eyelids to grow heavy, and drift into the most peaceful sleep, wrapped in the silken ribbons of the Milky Way. The universe was born from a radiant silence, and now it watches over your rest with boundless, quiet compassion. Night travelers, before we move on, let us turn back once more to the true king of the solar system, not only vast in size, but an unseen architect shaping our shared home. Welcome to the chapter, Why the Giant? Decoding the Power of King Jupiter. Introduction, the number that defies intuition. To grasp Jupiter's greatness, dear night travelers, we must first set aside the small measurements of everyday life. On Earth, a kilometer is a gentle 10-minute walk, but beyond this planet, such numbers lose their meaning entirely. Imagine Earth, the densest planet in the solar system, a fortress of iron and stone, as nothing more than a grain of sand. Jupiter's diameter is 11 times larger than Earth's. You could line up 11 blue worlds side by side, and only then span the breadth of this giant's swollen belly. When we speak of volume, the disparity becomes almost surreal. More than 1,300 Earths could fit inside Jupiter, with space to spare. If Earth were a grape, Jupiter would be a massive basketball resting quietly beside it. Yet the true power of this king lies not merely in its size, but in its weight. Jupiter's mass is 318 times that of Earth. gather every planet, moon, asteroid, and comet in the solar system into a single pile, and Jupiter would still outweigh all of them combined by a factor of 2.5. Its gravity is so commanding that even the Sun cannot remain perfectly still. The shared center of mass between Jupiter and the Sun lies outside the Sun's surface, causing our star to perform a subtle, eternal wobble, a silent bow to its most powerful companion. The epic of formation and the frost line. Breathe slowly and gently turn the clock back 4.6 billion years to a time when the solar system was nothing more than a collapsing cloud of gas and dust. Jupiter was the first planet to emerge from this chaos, forming only about 1 million years after the Sun ignited. The secret to its enormous growth begins with an invisible boundary known as the frost line. Close to the young Sun, temperatures were so intense that volatile materials, water, methane, ammonia, could not condense. Only scarce, stubborn substances like rock and metal survived there, giving rise to small, rocky worlds such as Earth. But far beyond, at Jupiter's orbit more than 5 astronomical units from the Sun, the cold allowed water to freeze into solid ice. Ice, far more abundant than rock, became a treasure trove of building material. With access to this wealth, Jupiter's core grew at an astonishing pace, reaching 10 to 20 times Earth's mass in little more than 1 million years. When that rocky, icy core crossed a critical threshold, physics unleashed a quiet miracle: runaway gas accretion. Jupiter's gravity became irresistible, pulling in hydrogen and helium from the surrounding disk like a cosmic tide. It grew so quickly that the young solar wind could not sweep the gas away. Speed became destiny. Jupiter became a giant, while planets forming later were left with little more than scraps. The violent conductor and the super-Earth that never was. Dear traveler, have you ever wondered why our solar system feels so orderly? Small worlds close to the Sun, giants far away. Much of that balance can be traced to Jupiter's domineering presence. As Jupiter formed, its immense gravity created a powerful barrier, cutting off the inward flow of drifting material from the outer disk. Pebbles of rock and ice that might have fed the inner planets were intercepted and consumed. Deprived of raw material, Earth and its neighbors remained small. Without Jupiter, Earth might have grown into a massive super-Earth, wrapped in a thick atmosphere, a type of planet common throughout the galaxy, yet absent here. Jupiter's greed kept Mars stunted at only 1/10 of Earth's mass, and kept our own world modest in size, but perfectly suited for life. Its most dramatic role may have been played during the Grand Tack. In this violent dance, Jupiter is thought to have migrated inward toward the orbit of present-day Mars, plowing through the primordial asteroid belt like a celestial bulldozer. Later, Saturn's growing influence pulled Jupiter back outward to its current position. During this retreat, Jupiter scattered water-rich asteroids from the cold outer regions into the dry inner solar system. Perhaps, night travelers, we owe our oceans to this tyrant king. Without its intervention, Earth might have remained a silent, barren rock, forever dry, forever alone. The metallic heart and the mystery of the diffuse core. Now, allow your thoughts to drift even deeper, far beneath the brilliant ammonia clouds of the king of planets. With every imagined descent into Jupiter's interior, pressure rises relentlessly until it overwhelms all familiar laws of physics. At a depth of roughly 1/3 of the planet's radius, hydrogen can no longer exist as a simple gas. It is forced into an extraordinary state of matter, liquid metallic hydrogen. In this form, hydrogen conducts electricity as efficiently as copper, forming a vast, restless ocean of liquid metal encircling the planet's center. The slow, ceaseless motion of this ocean gives birth to the strongest magnetic field in the solar system, a colossal magnetic shield that stretches outward, reaching nearly as far as Saturn's orbit. And at the very heart of this immense machine lies a mystery only recently revealed by the Juno spacecraft: the diffuse core. Rather than a compact, solid mass of rock as once imagined, Jupiter's core is a hazy, indistinct region. Here, rock, metal, and ice have melted and dissolved into the surrounding hydrogen, spreading outward across nearly half the planet's radius. Why would a planetary heart lose its solid form? Scientists believe this strange structure is the lingering scar of a titanic collision 4.5 billion years ago. A young protoplanet, perhaps 10 times the mass of Earth, may have slammed directly into early Jupiter, piercing its gaseous layers and shattering its once solid core. The unimaginable energy of that impact churned the planet from within, blending heavy elements into liquid hydrogen and forging the complex, powerful giant we observe today. The failed star and the eternal gatekeeper. Dear night travelers, Jupiter is so vast that it is often called a failed star. Its composition, mostly hydrogen and helium, closely mirrors that of the Sun itself. Had it gathered 75 to 80 times its current mass during formation, the pressure at its center would have ignited nuclear fusion, transforming our solar system into a binary system with two suns shining side by side. Though it never crossed that threshold, Jupiter is far from cold or inert. It still radiates 1.6 times more energy than it receives from sunlight. Even now, the planet continues its slow contraction, about 1 millimeter per year, and this gentle collapse fuels the endless storms that rage across its surface, including the timeless Great Red Spot. Jupiter's dominion is also confirmed by its role as the vacuum cleaner of the solar system. Its immense gravity has diverted or absorbed countless asteroids and comets that might otherwise have struck Earth. The collision of Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 in 1994 stands as a solemn reminder. Jupiter absorbed impacts equivalent to millions of atomic bombs, enduring the violence so that we did not have to. Without this colossal gatekeeper, life on our blue planet may have been erased long ago by relentless bombardment from space. Night travelers, you have now glimpsed a monarch not only vast in stature, but profound in its silent guardianship of life's fragile cradle. Rest in that knowledge. Though beyond us swirl ancient storms, oceans of metallic hydrogen, and pressures beyond imagination, you are here, safe, within the quiet order shaped in part by Jupiter's gravity. Every molecule in your body carries the memory of this long cosmic journey, from the collapse of a nebula to the fading light of departed stars. Night travelers, our gaze now shifts. We will no longer look solely at Jupiter, the majestic gas giant, but instead turn our full attention to his many and remarkable attendants, the moons that circle him in loyal procession. Settle comfortably into your bed. Let your shoulders soften. Feel warmth spreading gently from your chest to your fingertips. Inhale deeply, inviting calm into your body. And exhale slowly, releasing the weight of the waking world. Welcome to the chapter. Jupiter and the Moons, the Emperor's Attendants. Let your body sink fully into rest. Allow every muscle to loosen as your breath drifts quietly, like dust clouds floating between galaxies. We begin with the beginning of a kingdom, the protoplanetary disk, and the convergence of ice and rock. The music of primordial dust and smoke. Our story begins long before Earth ever breathed, 4.6 billion years ago. The universe had passed through its most violent youth and was slowly learning the art of structure. In one quiet corner of the Milky Way, a vast cloud of gas and dust, the pre-solar nebula, began to collapse under its own gravity. Imagine a grand, silent dance floor filled with drifting veils of hydrogen and helium, waiting patiently for form to emerge. As the cloud contracted, it spun faster, flattening into a colossal protoplanetary disk, nearly 200 astronomical units across. At its center, most of the matter gathered to ignite the sun. Around it, the remaining material became the nursery of worlds yet unborn. Within this swirling chaos, an invisible but decisive boundary appeared, the frost line. Located about 5 astronomical units from the Sun, this was the distance where temperatures fell low enough for water and other volatile substances to freeze into solid ice. Ice, abundant and essential, became the universe's most valuable currency. Here, Jupiter, the oldest planet, rapidly assembled a massive core of rock and ice, reaching 10 to 20 times Earth's mass. Once that core crossed a critical threshold, gravity took command. Jupiter entered a phase of runaway growth, drawing in vast quantities of hydrogen and helium to become the majestic gas king. Yet in this surge of power, Jupiter did more than shape itself. Around the giant formed a circumplanetary disk, a miniature solar system of its own. From this disk, 4 great attendants began to emerge, born from the graceful convergence of rock and ice. The travelers forgotten by time. In 1610, Galileo Galilei raised his modest telescope to the night sky and noticed 4 tiny points of light moving around Jupiter. He named them the Medicean stars. History, however, remembers them by the names given later by Simon Marius: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. These names were no accident. In Roman and Greek mythology, Jupiter, Zeus, was king of the gods, and these moons bear the names of figures closely bound to his story. Each name carries a spirit, and each moon is a distinct world, though all were born from the same ancient disk of dust. Let your breathing become slow, steady, like the patient rhythm of time itself. Observe how this quartet moves in harmony. They are bound by a precise mathematical relationship known as the Laplace resonance, in a ratio of 4 to 2 to 1. For every orbit Ganymede completes, Europa circles twice, and Io completes 4. This elegant gravitational dance has shaped the unique geology and destiny of each moon. Io, child of fire and torment. Closest to the king is Io, named for a priestess loved by Zeus and condemned to suffering by divine jealousy. In the cosmos, Io too lives under relentless strain. Formed in the hottest region of Jupiter's disk, Io lost nearly all its ice early on. What remains is a world of silicate rock and iron, making it the driest large body in the solar system. Though only slightly larger than Earth's moon, Io is the most volcanically active world known. Jupiter's immense gravity, together with the tugs of Europa and Ganymede, constantly kneads Io's interior, generating intense tidal heating. Its core never rests. Hundreds of volcanoes erupt continuously, hurling lava up to 500 kilometers into space. Seen from afar, Io glows in shades of yellow, red, and orange, stained by sulfur compounds, like a giant living mosaic drifting against the deep velvet of the night sky. Europa, the frozen gem. Concealing eternity. Leaving behind the fiery torment of Io, we drift outward to meet its second companion, Europa. In ancient mythology, Europa was a beautiful Phoenician princess, carried away by Zeus in the form of a magnificent white bull. Fittingly, the moon that bears her name is wrapped in a radiant white shell of ice, serene, elegant, and deceptively fragile. Europa formed slightly farther from Jupiter than Io, allowing it to preserve a vast reserve of water. Its entire surface is encased in a hard, granite-like crust of ice, smooth and luminous, etched with long, dark fractures known as lineae. These markings resemble veins upon pale skin, hinting at restless forces below. Data from spacecraft such as Galileo confirm what once seemed impossible. Beneath this icy shell, tens of kilometers thick, lies a global ocean of liquid water, containing twice as much water as all of Earth's oceans combined. Jupiter's immense gravity gently kneads Europa's interior, generating tidal heat that prevents its heart from freezing solid. Deep within that sunless ocean, scientists believe hydrothermal vents may exist, releasing warmth and vital chemicals. In those hidden depths, a quiet, enduring refuge may form, a small, warm sanctuary where life could emerge. Europa is more than a moon. It stands as humanity's most promising hope in the search for life beyond Earth. Ganymede, the giant with a magnetic heart. Our journey continues outward to the third moon. Ganymede, the largest satellite in the entire solar system, larger even than the planet Mercury. In myth, Ganymede was a youth of exceptional beauty, taken by Zeus to Olympus to serve as cupbearer to the gods. In the heavens, his namesake is equally distinguished. Ganymede represents a turning point in Jupiter's domain. Beneath its icy exterior lies a still-moving liquid iron core, a rare feature among moons. This restless heart generates a powerful magnetic field, unique of its kind, giving rise to shimmering auroras that encircle its poles, an honor usually reserved for planets. The surface of Ganymede tells a story written across eons. Ancient, dark regions scarred by countless impacts lie beside brighter, younger terrains shaped by tectonic forces within the ice. Like Europa, Ganymede is believed to harbor a vast, salty ocean beneath ice layers reaching 150 kilometers in thickness. Here stands proof that even a servant of a giant may possess the stature and complexity of a true world. Callisto, the silent and ancient elder brother. At the far edge of this celestial quartet resides Callisto, the most distant and most ancient of the four. In mythology, Callisto was a nymph transformed into a bear, immortalized among the stars as Ursa Major. Her lunar namesake is equally timeless, a quiet sentinel watching the slow passage of cosmic history. Callisto formed in the coldest region of Jupiter's disk, where material gathered slowly and gently. Orbiting nearly 1.9 million kilometers from the giant, it escaped the fierce tidal forces that reshaped its siblings. As a result, Callisto remains the least altered world among them. Its surface is densely saturated with impact craters, layered so completely that scarcely a new scar can find room. It is a vast, frozen archive, a museum preserving the earliest chapters of the solar system. With no towering mountains or deep tectonic chasms, Callisto exists as a silent sphere of ice and stone. Its relatively low radiation levels make it a potential refuge, a place where human footsteps might one day rest in safety. You have now met the four great attendants of Jupiter's throne. Welcome to the next chapter, the powerful quartet, when each attendant carries a unique soul. Tonight, we are not speaking of lifeless rocks circling a distant planet, but of four distinct worlds, shaped from the same primordial material, yet guided toward profoundly different destinies. Prelude, the Grand Symphony of the King. Dear night travelers, imagine yourself drifting in the quiet void, hundreds of millions of kilometers from Earth. Before you looms Jupiter, the true sovereign of the solar system, weighing 2.5 times more than all other planets combined. Yet even a king does not rule alone. Jupiter commands a retinue of at least 97 moons. Among them, 4 have forever transformed human understanding since their discovery by Galileo Galilei in 1610: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Though bound to the same master and shaped by the same gravity, each reveals a remarkably distinct personality, structure, and inner rhythm. The reason lies in a precise gravitational choreography known as Laplace resonance, a ratio of 4 to 2 to 1. For every single orbit of Ganymede, Europa completes 2, and Io completes 4. This relentless tug of war generates internal heat, sculpting the unique souls we now encounter. Io, the soul of fire and eternal torment. Breathe gently, evenly, as we approach the king's closest attendant, Io. Where Earth is a garden of water and life, Io is a relentless forge, blazing in the frozen heart of space. Io is the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Hundreds of volcanoes erupt continuously, not from leftover heat of formation, but from the merciless grip of gravity. Jupiter's pull, combined with that of Europa and Ganymede, flexes Io's body by up to 100 meters each orbit. This constant kneading melts its interior into a sea of magma. Io bears no lasting scars from meteor impacts. Lava flows erase them almost as soon as they form. From afar, its surface glows in vivid tones: sulfur yellow, brick red, and icy white, earning comparisons to a colossal, drifting mosaic. Volcanic plumes from regions such as Loki Patera and Tvashtar rise up to 500 kilometers into space, feeding Jupiter's magnetic field and igniting luminous auroras. Io teaches us a profound truth. Even in the deepest cold, pressure can give birth to eternal fire. Europa, the icy spirit, concealing an eternal ocean. Leaving Io's fury behind, we glide toward Europa, a world of calm restraint. Smooth, pale, and almost flawless, it appears as a crystal sphere suspended in darkness. Europa's spirit is quiet strength. Its granite-like ice shell is etched only by vast lineae, fractures stretching thousands of kilometers like veins beneath translucent skin. Beneath this shell lies its greatest secret, a global ocean of liquid water, holding twice the volume of Earth's oceans. Tidal heat from Jupiter keeps this ocean from freezing solid. At its shadowed depths, hydrothermal vents may quietly release warmth and chemicals, creating a refuge where life could arise. Europa is not merely a moon, it is a promise. As sleep draws near, imagine simple organisms drifting in those deep waters, living unseen beneath a sky that has never known sunlight. Ganymede, the giant with a magnetic heart. Farther still, we encounter Ganymede, the embodiment of quiet power. Larger than Mercury, it is the mightiest moon ever known. What sets Ganymede apart is its living interior. A liquid iron core generates a magnetic field, unique among moons, producing glowing auroras at its poles. Its surface records billions of years of change. Ancient cratered plains lie beside younger grooved terrains shaped by slow movements within the ice. Beneath its 150-kilometer thick ice shell, Ganymede is believed to shelter a vast, salty ocean. In silence and strength, it carries more water than all of Earth combined, a silent testament to the grandeur hidden within even the most distant attendants of a king. Callisto, the silent and ancient elder brother. Finally, at the outermost edge of this powerful quartet, we arrive at Callisto. If its three younger siblings embody transformation and restless energy, then Callisto is the spirit of endurance, a keeper of memory, calm, and time itself. Callisto is a true museum of the early solar system. Its surface is so densely layered with impact craters that scarcely any space remains for a new scar. This is a geologically dormant world, one that has stood nearly unchanged for more than 4 billion years, quietly witnessing the slow passage of cosmic time. Vast formations such as Valhalla, the largest multi-ring impact structure ever discovered, speak of an era when violent bombardments shaped the newborn planets. Callisto's nature is one of quiet tolerance. Orbiting farthest from Jupiter, it is spared the worst of the giant's lethal radiation belts. Scientists suspect that deep beneath its ancient icy shell, Callisto may also conceal a hidden ocean, yet it reveals nothing through geysers or fire. It does not shout its secrets. Instead, Callisto represents the calm after the storm, a place of refuge, and perhaps one day, a gentle harbor for humanity's distant journeys. You have now witnessed how these four great attendants, Io's fire, Europa's ocean, Ganymede's magnetic pulse, and Callisto's memory, together compose a grand symphony around the giant Jupiter. From them, we learn a quiet and profound lesson. Though born from the same primordial cloud of dust and gas, each world follows its own path, shaped by circumstance, gravity, and time. This diversity does not diminish us. Instead, it reminds us of our place. thoughtful fragments of stardust, standing upon a faint blue dot, slowly learning to appreciate the vastness that surrounds us. Now, allow yourself to feel completely safe. Let the visions of crimson lava plumes, pale ice plains, and whispering auroras gently guide you toward rest. Everything continues to move in its great cosmic rhythm, and so do you. Let your heartbeat fall into harmony with the distant music of the stars. Relax your body completely. Let your eyelids grow heavy. Drift into a peaceful sleep beneath the silken ribbons of the Milky Way. The universe was born from a luminous silence, and now it guards your sleep with quiet, boundless care. Are you still with us, night travelers? Perhaps you have already drifted into sleep, and if so, that is perfect. If you remain awake, find a comfortable position on your bed. Let your shoulders soften. Feel warmth spreading gently from your chest to your fingertips. Inhale slowly, welcoming calm. And exhale, releasing the weight of the day. Welcome to the next chapter, the resonant dance and the eternal interaction. The King's Hall. In the deep silence of the cosmos, Jupiter reigns, a colossal sovereign holding 99.86% of the mass of all planetary matter in the solar system, excluding the Sun. His power is not expressed by size alone, though he could contain more than 1,300 Earths, but through an invisible web of gravitational relationships binding his many attendants. When Galileo Galilei first turned his modest telescope skyward in 1610, he glimpsed what appeared to be a miniature solar system. 4 guardians revealed themselves: Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Though Jupiter commands at least 97 moons, it is this Galilean quartet that establishes the fundamental rhythm of the kingdom. Picture Jupiter seated upon a radiant throne. The bands of orange, brown, and white that encircle him are not still decorations, but roaring jet streams racing at speeds of up to 640 kilometers per hour, fueled by ancient heat rising from the planet's depths. This monarch never rests. He spins once every 10 hours, bulging at the equator and flattening at the poles, generating immense forces that drive every interaction within his realm. The Laplace resonance, the precision of celestial mathematics. Breathe gently now, as if following the cadence of a perfectly written symphony. Within this kingdom, the 3 inner attendants, Io, Europa, and Ganymede, perform a gravitational ballet known as Laplace resonance. Its rhythm is precise, 4 to 2 to 1. For every orbit Ganymede completes, Europa circles twice, and Io completes 4 revolutions close to the king. This harmony is no accident. It is the product of billions of years of gravitational negotiation, fine-tuned to preserve balance and motion. At regular intervals, the 3 moons align, exchanging subtle but powerful gravitational nudges. These interactions prevent their orbits from becoming perfect circles, ensuring that each remains slightly elongated. It is this very imperfection that sustains life and motion within the system. As each moon moves closer to Jupiter, it is stretched by gravity. As it moves away, it relaxes. Like dough, kneaded endlessly by unseen hands. This constant flexing generates immense internal heat, energy drawn from deep within rock and ice. Io and the sacrifice of fire. Of all the attendants, Io is the most loyal and the most afflicted. Trapped between the overwhelming pull of Jupiter and the competing forces of its neighboring moons, Io endures relentless strain. With each orbit lasting only 42 hours, Io's surface rises and falls by as much as 100 meters, the height of a tall building, again and again. This unceasing distortion has transformed Io into the most volcanically active body in the entire solar system. Io holds no oceans and no ice. It is a world of sulfur and flame. Hundreds of volcanoes erupt without pause, launching plumes of ash and lava 500 kilometers into space. Its spirit is one of sacrifice, endlessly offering its own substance to the ruler it orbits. Every second, Io contributes nearly 1 ton of material to Jupiter. Sulfur and oxygen are torn from its thin atmosphere, captured by the giant's magnetic field, ionized, and set into motion. These particles form a vast glowing ring, the plasma torus, encircling Jupiter like a luminous crown. This is the eternal exchange between master and servant, a quiet, relentless dialogue of matter, motion, and power, written not in words, but in gravity itself. Invisible threads of connection. The bond between Jupiter and its moons is not confined to gravity alone, nor merely to the exchange of dust and plasma. There exist invisible threads, alive with electromagnetic fire, stretching silently from the hearts of the moons to the glowing poles of their king. These unseen pathways are known as flux tubes. Jupiter's magnetic field is vast beyond imagination, 20,000 times stronger than Earth's, and second in scale only to the Sun itself. As Io moves through this dense magnetic domain, it behaves like a colossal generator, producing electric currents reaching up to 400,000 volts and carrying millions of amperes. These immense currents travel faithfully along magnetic field lines, binding Io directly to Jupiter's polar regions. Where they meet, the sky ignites. Auroras blaze with such intensity that we can trace the magnetic footprints of the moons etched upon Jupiter's atmosphere. Europa and Ganymede, too, are woven into this tapestry, quieter, subtler threads of energy, yet no less vital to the living pulse of the kingdom. When we tune in to the radio waves emanating from Jupiter, we are, in a sense, listening to the moons themselves, whispering to their monarch through electrons racing at nearly the speed of light. This is not merely a beautiful phenomenon. It is a profound exchange of energy, unfolding on a scale that feels almost mythic. Europa and Ganymede, life rising from darkness. Leaving behind the relentless fury of Io, we drift outward to Europa and Ganymede, two guardians that carry humanity's deepest hopes. If Io is consumed by fire, these worlds are preserved by water. It is the gentle yet persistent tidal heating, born of the Laplace resonance dance, that prevents their hidden oceans from freezing into eternal silence. Europa, with its fractured shell of ice, conceals an ocean containing more than twice the water of all Earth's seas combined. Deep below, where crushing pressure meets the warmth of rock, scientists believe hydrothermal vents may be releasing the chemical ingredients necessary for life. Europa needs no sunlight to sustain possibility. Instead, it draws upon Jupiter's embrace, its gravity and radiation, to create energy. As charged particles strike Europa's icy surface, oxygen is released, some of it sinking through fractures into the dark ocean below. Here, the monarch is both destroyer and provider, harsh and nurturing in equal measure. Ganymede, the greatest of the attendants, possesses a rare distinction, its own magnetic field. This singular feature, interacting with Jupiter's immense magnetism, creates a complex electromagnetic ballet, one that shields parts of Ganymede's surface from the relentless rain of high-energy particles. Callisto and the Eternal Gatekeeper. At the outermost edge of the realm lies Callisto, the quiet elder brother, untouched by the resonant dance of the inner three. Callisto is a museum of the early solar system, a world that has remained unchanged for more than 4 billion years, patiently bearing the scars of ancient impacts. Yet Callisto's stillness does not diminish its importance. Far from Jupiter's lethal radiation belts, it exists in relative calm. One day, in the distant future, when humanity ventures into this kingdom, Callisto may become a refuge, a safe harbor from which we can observe the system in peace without being overwhelmed by the king's formidable power. Jupiter, however, serves an even greater role. It is not only a ruler of moons, but a guardian of the entire solar system. Its immense gravity acts as a cosmic shield, capturing or deflecting countless asteroids and comets that might otherwise threaten our fragile world. The impact of Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 in 1994 stands as a solemn reminder. Jupiter has absorbed devastating blows, granting Earth the time and calm needed for life to flourish. Night travelers, find a comfortable position on your bed. Let your shoulders soften. Feel warmth spreading gently from your chest to your fingertips. Breathe in slowly, filling yourself with calm. And breathe out, releasing the weight of the waking world. Tonight, we open a new chapter. Why humanity is drawn to these moons. Introduction. A call from our neighbors. Night travelers, imagine standing alone in a silent field beneath a sky scattered with countless stars. Arthur C. Clarke once reflected, "Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying." To search for life beyond Earth is, in truth, to search for ourselves, to understand who we are and what we might become. For centuries, humanity rested in the comfort of Aristotle's vision, believing Earth to be the unmoving center of all things. Then, in 1610, Galileo Galilei lifted a simple telescope toward Jupiter and discovered 4 small points of light circling another world. For the first time, we saw undeniable proof that not everything revolved around us. Today, Jupiter is known to host at least 97 moons, yet it is Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto that set the rhythm of the kingdom's heart. Born from the same primordial dust, each followed a distinct path, carrying a destiny entirely its own. Io, a laboratory of fire and torment. Closest to the king lies Io. In ancient myth, Io was transformed to escape suffering. In the cosmos, this moon endures a different kind of torment, shaped by relentless gravity. Scientists are drawn to Io because it is the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Towering plumes of ash and gas rise as high as 500 kilometers into space. This ceaseless violence is not fueled by leftover heat, but by constant tidal flexing, an unending compression and release known as tidal heating. Io serves as a living laboratory, offering a glimpse into Earth's own distant past, when our planet was young, molten, and unstable. It also gives of itself continuously, surrendering nearly 1 ton of material every second into Jupiter's magnetic field. These particles form a glowing ring, the plasma torus, and travel along magnetic pathways to ignite Jupiter's brilliant polar auroras. Io reminds us that in this vast kingdom, nothing exists in isolation. Matter, energy, and destiny are forever entwined in an eternal exchange between a giant world and its devoted companion. Europa, the icy gem and a quiet hope for life. Leaving behind the relentless fury of Io, we arrive at Europa, the brightest jewel among Jupiter's moons. Why has Europa become the central focus of space missions in this decade? Because beneath its pale, fractured shell of ice, tens of kilometers thick, rests a vast global ocean of liquid water, holding twice as much water as all the oceans on Earth combined. Scientists believe Europa possesses all the essential ingredients for life: liquid water, a steady source of energy, and the necessary chemical elements. That energy does not come from sunlight, but from tidal heating and hydrothermal vents rising from the ocean floor. Should we ever discover even a single microorganism within those dark waters, it would reveal a profound truth: that life on Earth is not a rare accident, but part of a universal pattern woven into the cosmos. Europa gently reminds us that habitability is not bound to warmth and light alone. Life may also arise in eternal darkness, sustained by gravity's quiet embrace. Ganymede, the giant with a magnetic heart. The third attendant, Ganymede, stands apart in both size and character. It is the largest moon in the entire solar system, larger even than the planet Mercury itself. Yet its true scientific importance lies not in its scale, but in its hidden strength. Ganymede possesses its own magnetic field. Why would a moon generate such a field? This mystery challenges our understanding of how planetary cores cool and evolve. The interaction between Ganymede's magnetic field and Jupiter's immense magnetosphere creates a complex electromagnetic choreography, giving rise to shimmering auroras far from any sun. Ganymede shows us that a moon need not remain small or simple. It carries the stature and inner complexity of a true planet. Beneath its layered ice, scientists also suspect the presence of subsurface oceans, quietly expanding our definition of water worlds throughout the galaxy. Callisto, the silent elder brother and protective shield. At the outermost edge of the kingdom lies Callisto, the silent elder brother. Callisto is a museum of the early solar system, its surface saturated with ancient impact craters, more densely marked than any other known world. It represents absolute stability, a moon that has remained almost unchanged, watching time pass for more than 4 billion years. Why then do scientists care so deeply about Callisto? Because distance can be a blessing. Farther from Jupiter than its siblings, Callisto is spared the worst of the planet's lethal radiation belts. In the distant future, when humanity ventures into this realm, Callisto may serve as a safe haven, a quiet outpost from which we can observe the entire system without being consumed by the king's overwhelming energy. The great significance of the 4 royal attendants. Dear night travelers, have you ever wondered what these 4 moons reveal about the universe itself? About Jupiter. The motions and structures of its moons allow us to peer beneath Jupiter's turbulent clouds, offering clues about its faint, diffuse core and its vast ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen. These moons act as natural instruments, silently measuring the giant's gravity and magnetic strength. About the solar system. The Jupiter system is a miniature version of our own solar system. By studying its formation and migration, particularly the Grand Tack model, we begin to understand why Earth was able to retain its water and why Mars remained so small. Jupiter stands as both gatekeeper and guardian, deflecting countless asteroids and shielding our fragile world from catastrophe. About the universe. The discovery of hidden oceans beneath Europa and Ganymede gave rise to a new way of thinking: biophysical cosmology. Life, we realized, may not be an exception, but a natural outcome of physical laws, emerging in places once thought impossible. This quartet offers a blueprint for the countless super-Jupiters scattered throughout the Milky Way. In the silent night of the cosmos, Jupiter reigns supreme, a colossal presence containing 99.86% of all planetary mass in the solar system, excluding the Sun. His power lies not only in his immense size, vast enough to hold more than 1,300 Earths, but in the invisible web of interactions binding him to his attendants. Our journey always begins at the most familiar place: Earth, the faint blue dot, the only home we have ever known. Yet, traveler, that blue dot might never have existed without Jupiter's powerful presence 4.6 billion years ago. Jupiter is the oldest planet in the solar system, forming just 1 million years after the Sun ignited. Born beyond the frost line, where water could freeze into solid ice, it rapidly accumulated a rocky and icy core 10 to 20 times the mass of Earth. When it crossed that critical threshold, gravity took command. Jupiter began an era of runaway growth, drawing vast amounts of hydrogen and helium from the surrounding disk, transforming itself into a true gas giant. This swift and decisive transformation gave Jupiter a mass 318 times that of Earth, so immense that even the Sun subtly responds, wobbling as the center of mass of the system drifts beyond its surface. But Jupiter's role was never limited to being the largest planet alone. It was also the quiet conductor that shaped the very architecture of the solar system. Have you ever wondered why Mars is so small, only about 10% the mass of Earth? The answer lies in a dramatic cosmic migration known as the Grand Tack. In its youth, Jupiter did not remain in its distant throne. It drifted inward, deep into the solar system, sweeping through the region of the inner planets like a colossal bulldozer. In doing so, it scattered and removed much of the rocky material that might otherwise have built larger worlds. Without the timely rise of Saturn, whose gravity pulled Jupiter back to its present orbit, Earth might never have formed at all, or it could have become a suffocating, overheated super-Earth, hostile to life. Yet from this upheaval came an extraordinary gift: water. In the hot region where Earth was born, water could not survive on its own. But as Jupiter reversed its path, it hurled water-rich asteroids inward from the cold, distant reaches of the solar system. Every drop of water in the oceans, in your coffee cup, or flowing quietly through your body tonight carries the memory of that ancient dance Jupiter performed billions of years ago. As we descend beneath the luminous ammonia clouds of this giant, we encounter a realm that defies familiar physics. Thousands of kilometers below the surface, hydrogen is no longer a gas. Under immense pressure, it transforms into liquid metallic hydrogen, a vast, shimmering ocean of metal encircling the planet's core. The motion of this metallic sea generates the most powerful magnetic field in the solar system, a great invisible shield that guards the kingdom against the solar wind. At Jupiter's center lies a faint and diffuse core, a softened, melted heart. Scientists believe it may be the scar left behind by a titanic collision with a young planet perhaps 10 times the mass of Earth, more than 4.5 billion years ago. This ancient wound reminds us that the universe is not shaped by stillness, but by cycles of destruction and renewal. Yet Jupiter is not a solitary king upon a gaseous throne. He reigns amid a vast retinue of at least 97 moons. Among them, the Galilean quartet, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, forms the living heart of the kingdom. Here, diversity flourishes. Io burns with perpetual fire, the most volcanically active world in the solar system, kneaded endlessly by Jupiter's merciless tidal grip. Beneath Europa's fractured ice lies a global ocean of liquid water, warmed by tidal heat and carrying humanity's most enduring hope for life beyond Earth. Ganymede, immense and dignified, possesses its own magnetic field, the only moon known to do so. And distant Callisto remains serene and unchanged, a frozen museum preserving memories from the dawn of creation. The bond between the monarch and his attendants is a perfect symphony of celestial mathematics, a resonant 4-2-1 rhythm that ensures energy continues to flow. This delicate balance sustains hidden oceans and raging lava alike. Through this system, we learn a profound lesson. Habitability does not depend on sunlight alone. Life may also emerge in eternal darkness, gently warmed by gravity itself. Jupiter and its moons form an incomparable natural laboratory, teaching us how extreme geology unfolds and how planetary systems across the galaxy may evolve. Jupiter is also known as the vacuum cleaner of the solar system. With immense gravity, it has deflected or absorbed countless asteroids and comets that once threatened our fragile world. The collision of Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 in 1994 stands as stark proof. The impacts unleashed energy equivalent to millions of atomic bombs, and Jupiter absorbed the blow instead of Earth. Without this colossal gatekeeper, complex life on our planet might have been erased long ago by relentless cosmic bombardment. And finally, when we gaze upon the Great Red Spot, that ancient watchful eye that has raged for centuries, we sense a majestic calm. Jupiter radiates about 1.6 times more energy than it receives from the Sun, slowly shrinking by mere millimeters each year to fuel its inner warmth. It never became a star, but in failing to ignite, it became something far more precious, the most faithful guardian Earth has ever known. Dear night travelers, our bonfire now fades into glowing embers, drifting like cloud bands across Jupiter's sky. You have seen a monarch not only vast in power, but rich in quiet compassion for the cradle of life. You have learned that though we dwell on a single faint blue dot, our minds can travel millions of kilometers to understand the breath of this silent giant. Now, rest in the gentle safety of Earth. Do not concern yourself with distant storms. Jupiter still stands watch, performing its eternal dance of gravity, guarding your sleep. Every molecule within you carries the memory of a long journey, born in ancient stars, shaped by time itself. Everything moves in its perfect rhythm, and so do you. Let your heartbeat soften and fall into harmony with the music of the cosmos. Completely relax your body. Let your eyelids grow heavy. Drift into the deepest, most peaceful sleep beneath the silken ribbons of the Milky Way. The universe began in radiant silence, and tonight it watches over your sleep with boundless compassion. Sleep well, night travelers.